Hi, I'm going to talk to you about our new game, which is a badminton game that practices aiming. Um, so you're going to be playing in a full badminton court. The purpose is to practice accuracy. Okay, so the rules are as follows. Everyone needs to stay in their half of the court at all times, or else the team who exceeds their limits cannot continue playing for the remainder of the round until the other team fails to keep the shuttle aloft. Each round starts with each of the two team members placing themselves diagonally from the other team member. The other team also does this. Then all teams and team members go to the serving line, and one of the teams starts by doing a short serve to the other team member, who then tries to hit it back whilst remaining in their half of the court, the green box. If the team member successfully passes the shuttle back, you keep playing while counting how many passes you have done. The team member fails to successfully pass the shuttle back, one of the two things can happen. Number one, the team member who you serve to doesn't hit the shuttle. In this case, the team member who missed the shuttle serves to the partner who served before. Number two situation is if the team member hits the shuttle but doesn't successfully pass it. In this case, you end your turn and the opposing team repeats the same actions you did. Then that round is done, and both teams compare their points. Whoever has the most points wins the round. Side note, if both teams failed both of their serves or tie on points, you repeat the round. The next round is very similar, except you take one step back to where there should be a cone and you serve from there. If I don't mention a rule from here on, it is the same as previous rounds. In the third round, all teams go to the long service line for doubles, the second last line from the back, and elect a team member to serve into the cone, explained later. Once all teams have elected one member from their team to participate, the elected goes to the long service line for doubles and has one attempt of getting the birdie as near the cone from round 2 as they can. When this happens, one of the two things can happen. Number one, the elected team member touches the cone with the birdie, even if the birdie doesn't stay on the cone. Even if this happens, the team gets 5 points. Number two situation, the elected team member gets near the cone. If the elected team member gets the birdie closer to the cone than the other team, your team member earns 3 points for your team, and vice versa in the same situation for the other team. If your team member hits the cone and is closest to the cone, they receive a total of 8 points, 5 for hitting the cone, and 3 for being closest to it. At the end of the game, you see who has the most total points from all the rounds, and the other team does, decided before the game, 5 or 10 push-ups or sit-ups. Roles. There are only 2 roles, and one of them is an extra. Normally, everyone plays on the same role, but if you want extra fairness, you can have a referee or an umpire to make sure that everyone's playing fairly. The setup is 4 players, unless you have an umpire, then it's 5, 2 teams, and a cone, which is 1 normal step from the serve line. We feel our plan was effective as it helps us improve our accuracy skills, as in the game, the person serving should actually get it inside the box, so it practices that form of accuracy. Thanks.